Hello neighbor, this is Curt with Etrailer, and today we're going to take a look at the Benton Shifts&Grins 2-bike carrier on our 2024 Kia Sportage. Now if you've had any experience with the Benton Shifts&Grins, or if you watch this video and you have some questions, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. We love to take those experiences and those questions and use them to help our other neighbors make the best decisions for themselves. The Benton Shifts&Grins is a 2-bike platform rack that's going to give you a weight capacity of 55 pounds per bike. So some of those lighter e-bikes are going to be able to be used with this. It's also extremely versatile in that it could be either wheel mounted or frame mounted. We have it wheel mounted now, so if you have a bike that has a carbon fiber frame or a custom paint job, the wheel mount would be a good place to go. But if you have fenders, you'll need to do it at the frame, in which case you can remove the hook, move the arm over past the handlebars, re-engage the hook, and tighten it down just like that. So having that kind of versatility and weight capacity is really going to help with all types of bikes. The rear wheel tray will be able to slide back and forth for you so that you can accommodate smaller wheelbases as well. Looking at how it fits on our Sportage, it can come a little bit close in places, such as the pedal here, although really I'm not too worried about that making contact even with the widest point here. The other portion would be the handlebar to concern yourself with, but because of how the Sportage kind of bulges out and you get this really nice taper right here, I'm not really too worried about even a larger handlebar really making contact with the vehicle. So I would say this is a really good fit as far as the clearance from the back of our Sportage. One of the questions you may be asking is, will I have liftgate access? And you will. The Shifts&Grins does feature a tilt down, so you can tilt it away from our liftgate, and we can go ahead and get full access into it. Now we can get in here, get any equipment we need, have a seat, change our shoes, really whatever we need to do while we have a bike on the rack. Let's talk a little bit about what kind of visibility we're going to have back here. As you can see, we do have some partial obstruction to our taillights. We actually have a decent view of our license plate, and the rear view camera is just above it. So if you're conscious about where your pedals are placed, you actually have a decent chance of getting a good view out of that rear view camera. But it's also a good idea just to know how much clearance we have back here. One of the things we want to talk about is ground clearance in case you come up against a steep driveway or incline. From the farthest part away of the rack, we're going to have a ground clearance of around 18 inches. And then the shank is going to give us a ground clearance of 11 inches. So bear that in mind whenever you come up against one of those steeper inclines. It's a good idea to know what kind of footprint we're leaving behind the vehicle as well. So with the bike rack deployed, this is going to add an extra 30 inches off of the furthest part of our bumper. Now, when we get the bike off of the rack and we put it into the stowed position, we're going to be able to cut that down in half, down to about 16 inches. Now let's take a look at just how easy it is to remove our bike from the rack. There are 3 points of contact. There's a wheel strap on each wheel with a rubber pad on it to protect the wheel. And we're going to go ahead and release our rear wheel by pushing down this tab and lifting the strap out. We're going to go ahead and feed that through and get it out of the way. Next, we'll come over here to our front wheel, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay. We always want to take the cradle arm off last to make sure we keep it in an upright position. So what we'll do is push down this tab, lift up on our hook. We're going to swing it out away from the bike. Now, we're right here. We don't have a long reach. We're not terribly high off of the ground. This is going to be really easy to just remove our bike and get it out to hit the trail. So now we've got our bike removed and we're ready to put it into the stowed position. So in order to do that, we're going to use the same button that we used for the tilt away. We're just going to lift up instead until we hear that loud audible click. There we go. Now we're in our stowed position. As you can see, our taillights are going to be completely visible at this point. We are going to have, however, a bit of blockage on our license plate and definitely some blockage on that rear view camera. So because of that, it's, again, always a good idea to remember just how much extra you have behind your bumper when you're getting into those tighter spaces. So that was a look at the Benton Shifts&Grins 2-bike carrier on our 2024 Kia Sportage. I'm Curt with Etrailer. Thanks for stopping by.